Good morning, my friends, and welcome. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys have had a great week. Hope your weekend is shaping up to be really good. No stage lighting again for me today. In the UK right now, it is hot. Really, really hot. Like, I don't even have my curtains open. I'm trying to keep some of the heat out, and you might just be able to hear the sound of a fan running in the background as well. Can't really be avoided on a day like today. So today we have got a couple of avenues of investigation that we want to try. What is our main goal right now? Our main goal is connect the roots up on the giving tree so that we can, I don't know, provide it with water or whatnot. To do that, we need to be able to get to the tree. To get to the tree, I think we need to be able to swap. Well, to get to the tree, I think we need to use the secret tunnel that we found last time in Farley's place. And to get through the secret tunnel to Farley's place, we need to be able to swap spheres. So that's sort of where we are. The two avenues of investigation we have open this week is one of our subs, Justy303, pointed out to me that this was definitely in the other position to what I thought it was. So I think this was off and we needed to turn it on, and then we need to check out the town once it's on. The other big deal is the 15 that I was insisting on trying to draw on here. I'd accidentally rotated it 90 degrees round. So let's just quickly check on the photos whether I do actually have a photograph of that 15. I do. It's that way around. I was drawing it up from bottom left to top right rather than from top left to bottom right. So let's start with there. Right. Top left to bottom right. So we're going to put a 0, clear, enter. So if I draw it this way round now instead, yeah, and I press this button. Okay, 406 is the clue it's going to give me, right? 406. So 15 became 358. What do we call it? Better 15? So that became 406. 406, when you split it into here, is 1 256. Right, when you take 256 away from 406, you get 150 left over. 150 left over is going to be 2 64s. So minus 128 from that is going to leave us with 22 left over. 116, which leaves us remainder 6. So 1, 4 and 2 1s. So the code it's going to give us is 12112 or 406. Is that going to be useful for us somehow? Well, slightly unclear. But that's what we have drawn up. Okay, so we're going to keep an eye out for a 406. These license plates as well are clearly something. They stand out so much against the wall, but I think that must be another clue for another time, potentially. Meanwhile, we've turned the power on. Yeah? Yeah, we must have turned the power on now because the garage, the funky villain number pad there is powered by that switch. So we're going to go to town and we're going to hopefully find something that is now turned on that wasn't turned on before. 4. Could be something inside there as well, right? Because that's pretty close to town. But let's check out the town itself first. Hoping for something that's now on. Well, let's check out the only room that's actually open, first of all. Snail, fish, snake. That's probably going to be a code later. Keep that in mind. Snail, fish, snake. These lights were already on before. Pretty sure. Yeah, what we need to do is get this sphere swapped back somehow. We're using our observation powers here. Observation. Maybe rather than abduction, this game could have been called observation. Not sure. Probably not. That sounds like a silly name for a game. Actually, do you know what? I probably shouldn't say that. There probably is a game called Observation. Not sure. If you're the creator of the game Observation, I'm very sorry. Right. That hasn't unlocked the door. Turning on the power hasn't unlocked the door. We still have no way of getting down there. Has anything changed inside the little porthole? Doesn't really look like it. The speakeasy that we've previously found, not really part of the town. So, kind of hard to imagine that that's going to have significantly changed. Any of these interactable? Doesn't really seem like it. These sleepers have a weird ordering to them, don't they? Some of them are a lot newer than others, clearly. I'm going to take a picture of these sleepers just so I don't forget about them, because why would you colour some of the sleepers differently to other colours unless it was a clue? Now, all of this up here was already powered. So, not sure what we would be expecting, to be honest. We can't use that. Like, we can rotate this round, but there's nothing else that we can bust with that except that device there. Maybe we're supposed to be going around busting up all those devices. Maybe one of them's got something inside of it that we should be looking for. Because in a way, maybe that's sort of part tutorial section, right? Spin this around and it will demonstrate to you that you can bust up these devices. Maybe. We then won't have access to the recordings after that, though, if we do bust up all of those devices. So if there's any clue in those recordings, I'm thinking particularly Farley's recording, because Farley's recording actually takes place after everyone ditches town. Does giving the town power give this power, or is this strictly... That's strictly powered by that waterfall only? Okay. CW is almost certainly just going to talk to me about the tree again. Because that's the quest he's given me. That's if he's... Oh, it sounds like he's coming to the door. No, I don't know. Sounds like he's banging his tools. Come on, CW. Nah, he's happy working away. He doesn't want to talk to me right now. Okay. So that switch that we flipped in town doesn't obviously turn anything on. I mean, we might go and bust up all those Mofang devices then. Let's see if turning on the power has turned on anything in here. We've read that book previously. That's CW's diary. Is there anything in here which is now powered that wasn't powered before? There's lots of wires coming out of this, but this obviously isn't actually how the town itself is powered. Oh dear, we've exhausted our 2 new avenues of investigation very early on, haven't we? Well, settle in, this could be a long stream. Okay, let's just have a listen to see if there are any clues in these messages. If not, I'm going to start busting these messages up. Yep. It does seem like it would be a little bit weird to hide a clue inside one of these, but we'll have a look. Pew pew pew. Nah, you just got speakers, a VCR and a battery. So let's go back to the power grid before we start busting down all of those things. It's not going to be that door. No, it's not going to be that door. Surely not. Well, we can always move the bridge round and try it, can't we? Wait, no, we need to move that straight first. And then I think we need to move this, yeah? Or we have to do it the other way. Or might even have to be this way. There we go. I don't think this is a powered door. This is... No, this looks more like it's got a traditional lock on it. So we're not looking at disrupting the power to open that door, I don't think. This area is also a little bit curious, right? Because it's just a little path which is off the main track, which seems to serve no purpose. And that kind of makes me think that it's an exploration question. Like, we didn't know about that boat there, for example, or this fishing rod. But clearly they've been hammocking and scrubbing and so forth here. Oh, someone's left an easel up. This is not climbable, presumably. No. I mean, it doesn't matter because we can get up to that point anyway, right? Because that's just the top of the sphere. Ah, the sphere's got to be really important, right? Why would a big old round sphere need to rotate in the middle of the thing? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. But that feels also like that's going to be a mystery that's only going to be revealed a lot later. So this thing here, right, we turn that off, and what that is it's garage and it's downtown. Downtown. So maybe the part of town that I was looking at isn't downtown. What's downtown then? So yeah, so town is now off. CW is separately powered. Farley's house is out on its own. So there is only one town. You've got sphere, garage, ramp. Ramp. Does ramp turn on when we turn this on? Ramp. Ramp does turn on when we turn that on. So that's garage. That's scrap, ramp. So when we look down here, what is the ramp that we're looking at? So it's not the bleeder. Right, there's scrapyard down there. Ramp is something around here, maybe at the back of the scrapyard, maybe down by the fuel. This map is very rough. Well, both of these maps are very rough. So, supplies, fuel. And then whatever the red thing is kind of a bit like... really not sure. I'm assuming the red thing is the generator, right? So the rail yard. Right, supplies is sort of where I'm in, and then fuel is here. So ramp. It must be like something up there. Yeah. Like, unless they're talking about that ramp there, but I don't think they can be because that was already powered. We came down on that. So let's try going back up and seeing if there's a ramp up here which now has power. So there's obviously this thing which we can't get up. No jump button. And we can sort of zip to the other side of the map. Oh, that's a weird effect, isn't it? Because of the mirroring, right? So is ramp something that's up there? In which case, how would we get up there? Would we have to teleport through here to get up here? Doesn't look like there's a ridge or anything. Not sure. The bleeder's all the way over there. Can I zoom in? No. There's a power line, yeah, which runs up to there. So that must be the power line for the ramp. And I can see the button for it, in fact. The button's right there. But there's no button at the bottom. So you must be able to get up there. Right, okay. So I don't think the ramp is where we're supposed to be yet. I don't think the ramp is where we're supposed to be yet because we need to press the button that's at the top of the ramp to lower it. Meaning we have to get up here, and I can actually see the teleport point there. The teleport point, which would presumably be this one. But why does that look like it's a tunnel then? But maybe the teleport point takes you to the top, actually. Or maybe there's two teleport points, one inside the tunnel and one not inside the tunnel. In which case, no idea how you would get out to this place here. No idea at all. We've tried going through to the submarine, but I don't think the submarine doesn't extend far back enough. This is all cliffs here. Hello, Yummy Sushi in the chat. How are you? Great to hear that you're good. Great to hear that. So we are a little stumped. We've got some good threads, but not sure what to do with them. So, top level goal. We want to connect the roots of the tree. Fine. How do we get to the roots of the tree? Well, we need to get to the tree. We can't get to the tree currently. I think we're going to get to the tree by having the ability to swap the spheres back so that we can use the secret tunnel behind Farley's house. So we found the secret tunnel, and we found plenty of documentation that references being able to swap spheres. The difficulty then is how do we get to there from where we are? And where we're at currently right now is we've restored the power to three things: downtown, the ramp, and shoot, what was the other thing that's now got power that didn't have power before? The garage, right? So garage is down there, that's fine. We have a Villain device that we've been looking at. The ramp, following the power lines, is this ramp here, but when we come to look at it, we can clearly see that it connects to a button at the top of the ramp, not at the bottom of the ramp. And I was just debating how you would even get to the top of that ramp, and I can see that there is a teleport point back there, but to get to that teleport point, right, that teleport point is that one down there. To get to that teleport point, we need to get up to here, and this is all cliffs, so I have no idea how we're getting to there. And we also have unlocked a code? Question mark? The code we've unlocked is either 406 or 12112, depending on whether you're counting in base 4 or base 10. So, yeah. So yeah, a little bit unclear. We also have a teleport point here as well, which you cannot get to. Look at this, right? There is clearly a teleport point here, but there is no way to get to that point. So, not sure why the game is being such a tease there, because that might be a good place to be able to go. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. As the game is very realistic in terms of the fact that there are literal power lines which tell you what has been powered, we could certainly try and follow the power lines to downtown and try and work out what it is in downtown that has just been powered. You know? Because this is the garage line. The garage line goes to that breaker there. Yeah. So the downtown line must also be that wire there, going to there. Right, let's try and follow it, yeah. So the garage line was that one, which is connected to this insulator. So that's the downtown line. And where is that downtown line going? It's going up. It's going up to that one on the hill right there. Can we find that on the other side of that cliff? Okay, what direction are we even looking right now? Let's see if we can try and get something akin to a northerly direction here. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that's south. So, but anyway, that's where we're trying to look. If we look on the map, this is like an epic puzzle if this is how you're supposed to solve this. Right, we're at the train yard and we're looking at a line which is going over this wall towards the tree. It's kind of going that way, yeah? Past the supplies, past the rail yard and up that cliff. Okay, So we want to go back round to the train. No, not the train. We want to go back round to near the tree and see if we can find a power line coming back the other way. Because if we follow the wire, because I couldn't find anything in downtown that now has power that didn't have power before. So if we follow the wire, maybe we will find something. So the tree's over there. Was that crane that extended before? I don't remember seeing that. Okay, is that the wire? Do you reckon it's that one? In which case it's going to here, and it's going like into this house, into here. But these lights were already on before. These lights were already on, and so were these. So I don't think it can be that wire. But then what other wires are there in this vicinity? Yeah, so those were the wires that were running across that we could see in the picture. If we go back to the photos that we took. Right, you've got some wires running across which head to the tower, but this wire that's going to town is, so that's the wires which is running across towards the tower, yeah, because you can see the tower just here. So that's that wire. So that is this wire. Oh man, what? So something must be powered in here that wasn't powered in here before. But these lights were all definitely on previously. There's something that I'm missing. There's something that I'm missing in these clues here. I don't think it can be that we have to swap this sphere back first, right? Unless I have the ability to swap spheres and I don't know it yet. Oh, this literally is labelled downtown,
We have
right?
a healthy, thriving community here, as you can see.
Yeah, we can stop that. Would be handy to be able to get on there somehow. I wonder if that's to pick up the train. and put the train on these tracks. Yeah, so this is all connected up. This sheet of paper, if I recall, is not really anything useful. Well, not that I've worked out anything useful for it at the moment, let's say. Yeah, progress here very gradual today. Very, very gradual. These rocks are certainly not projection rocks, so the Verlaine device on our tiny train is not going to help back here. But let's just have a little bit of a comparison, right? Because now I'm starting to second guess myself about like what was on in here. But I'm pretty sure all of these lamps were on previously already. And nothing else seems to be being powered except the lamps. But the other thing that's weird is that there's clearly a second floor to that house which isn't accessible. Like, there's a second floor to Farley's house as well, which you can't access. But let's go turn the power back off and return it to its original state and see if we can see a difference there. I'm still really stumped on the Verlaine code. So we have a few keys. We actually have exactly the opposite problem of what we had in Myst, right? Because in Myst we had a lot of locks but not very many keys. We have a lot of codes and a lot of clues here, but we have a bit of a lack of things that are obvious to do with them. So everything is powered on here at the moment. Because we have things like the number plates, and we think the number plates are a thing. We have things like the 15 that was written in Farley's house. And we reckon that's probably a thing. Okay, so this turns off the garage, so that thing's not going to move anymore. It turns off the ramp, which we know we can't access anyway. So now heading back to downtown. So we've got things like the number plates. We've got the 15 from Farley's house. It would be really handy if that door was the power for the door that it would go. I'm not sure. You know, we have a giant rotating sphere, which we don't know what it does. You know, we can move it around. That doesn't seem to do anything. Like, we haven't tested, like, every single rotation of the sphere, but, like, it's not really obvious if that, like, what that would even do. So, we have a lot of clues for things, but we don't have anything obvious we can do with those clues, because we don't really have, at the moment, like, a keypad that's awaiting a code. Right, so we're heading back to downtown. Okay, the crane is still extended, so it was just my memory playing tricks on me. That was already extended before. Oh no, the lights are off. The lights are all off. I could have sworn that that one... Right, that one looks on. I think it's just orange. I think it's just orange. Right, okay, yes. Okay, all of these were off. Oh, and that's off as well. Right, okay, so... whatever it is that we are supposed to find as a result of doing that must be to do with us not being able to see it in the dark. Okay, fine. Again, my memory playing tricks on me. Those lights weren't on. So, let's get our puzzle logic hat on here, right? Our puzzle logic hat. We had to take a ride in an elevator to get to the inside of that supply yard to be able to turn that breaker on. Turning that breaker on has given us power to the garage, which we needed to be able to get out of that supply area. It's given us power to the garage, which has enabled us to interact with the Verlaine device, although we're not sure what that code that's provided is going to give us. It's allowed us to power downtown, which has turned those lights on, and it's powered the ramp for us, which we cannot access. So there must be something in that downtown region which requires the lights being on for you to be able to see or do something. If it's just lights coming on, it must be something that you cannot see with the lights off, right? That's got to be the logic that we're following. Like, we can also bring our tiny train in and see if anything interacts with the Verlaine device. But it's kind of unclear. Right, what can we see? What is it showing us? We have a spade crossed with a pickaxe. We've got a stump. We've got the teleported sphere, which we can't really interact with. Like, I don't think we're going to be able to teleport these spheres back until we've connected the roots of the tree, right? Because it's the seeds of the tree that teleport things in the first place. Just trying to see if any of these rocks are just projections. But again, we have sleepers which are randomly different colours. So like, you know, like 252. Is that a code? 252. We could try and put that into the Verlaine device and see if it does anything. Like, so if we go and grab 252 as a potential code. I mean, the fact that the code is palindromic means that if you're reading it from in to out or out to in, that is going to be the same. But, on the other hand, well, we don't have any different coloured sleepers on this side, but we do have different coloured clips. Harder to say if those are making a code, because... well... yeah, kinda hard to say. Okay. 252. Putting 252 into the Verlaine device is the best idea I've got at the moment. Looking in here. No, this lamp is still off. Again, things which are powered now that weren't powered before. So the lights are on. And we have a light in here. And there's a sound. Like a sort of buzzing sound. I don't know. Maybe that's just the buzzing of the light. It's supposed to be the buzzing of the light. Yeah, there's buzzing here as well. Don't seem to be able to interact with any of this stuff. Can't really open these drawers. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So turn the power on in there. I really don't see what that's going to give us. You know? Putting 252 into the Verlaine device is the best idea I have right now. But that is, I'm not going to lie, a real sort of scraping the barrel kind of idea. Because even putting that into the Verlaine device is only then going to give us a code for something else. But I'm not sure where we would even put that code into either. So if you put 252 into the Verlaine device, what does it give you? I mean, is that anything? I don't know. Don't know if that's anything at all, really. Okay. Need to have a real think. A real think. There is a telephone booth. I mean, there is a telephone booth, and that is explicitly a telephone number, right? So 1 5 5 5 4, 3, 5, 7, 9, 6, 8. Anything? I mean, obviously it doesn't have a... It doesn't even have a receiver, so what could you do with it? That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Okay. Let's take stock of where we are. It's entirely possible that there is a path that I have missed somewhere. I think we're going to do a little bit of a reset and do a little bit of an observational journey, right? Because I think there must be a way to reach the map edge or a teleporter or something so that we can get to somewhere new, or we can work something out that we weren't able to do before. King 888. Those aren't the same cards that were on display in the other room. We have an X marks the spot on part of the wall which we can't get to. We need to teleport through this one, which requires us to teleport over there. And I'm pretty sure to get there, we're going to need to move the sphere that's blocking our path over here. Yeah. Because we have a sphere that's literally just blocking us. Okay, climbing up these rocks here. Okay, we've got plenty of teleport opportunities here. And this is going to take us to... Wait a minute. So it's taken us to the top of the waterfall. Where has that taken us? We've not been through here. There's another one here. Have we... We've not been through that one. No! This is taking us to exactly where we need to go! This is exactly where we've been trying to get to for like an hour, and literally all we had to do was walk through the gate. This is going to take us to the other side of the wall. Oh man, right. Brilliant. Brilliant. We have a world of opportunity opened up to us again, right? We need to get this closed, go through the shortcut in Farley's, and then we can get that step down, and we will have a fast route back here. Okay, let's go and unlock ourselves a shortcut. How did I not try going through this one? It's so huge. How did I miss it? Right. We're going to get that bridge straightened. Then we're going to go through Farley's to end up out the back of this door here. And that will let us put the shortcut stairs down. And then we will have a quick way of going backwards and forwards for where we need to get to. And probably, like, there's probably going to be a circumstance where we need those stairs down anyway. But yeah, man, this opens it up for us. Like, because that is literally where we've been trying to get to for not a short amount of time, let's say. Okay. So we're going to close that up, push that way. So yeah, so that's closing up there. Then we're going to go back through Farley's house, and then we'll be able to drop the stairs now. Oh man, I'm so pleased we've got that. Right. It's a shame it's arrived so late in the stream as well, because I'm not sure we'll be able to make full use of everything we can now explore, but at least it means we're probably not going to end the stream stuck this week. So that's something. So, we are going to go through here. We're going to go down this set of steps. And now we can open this up. And that, my friends, is our shortcut for getting up here whilst that is open. So what do we want to do first? Do we want to go and see what Farley was trying to circle along the wall, or do we want to explore this way, maybe get to the tower? Let's check out the tower first, maybe. The tower may well be locked, right? Because looking at the checklist here, lock upper tower, lock lower tower are both checked off. So we might not be able to get into the tower at all. We'll just have to see. What is this? we have a code that we can write. And how many digits is this expecting? We are expecting a 6-digit code. Okay. And that is not going to call anything until we have the code. A 6-digit code is possibly a touch tricky. We've got a 5-digit code and we've got a couple of 3-digit codes. Unless we are thinking number plates, because number plates are 6 digits. I mean, something with an X on it. 6A9415. If the A is a 1, could be. Like a W, a V, that's higher than a digit. So is a T, so is a U. K is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. K is number 11, so that's no good as a digit. N no good, M no good. Could be this one, because A, B, C, D, E, F, G would be 7. 2, 7, 4, 1, 5, 3. X is no good. Like, could be worth trying to just see if they work. Okay. So let's try... Hang on, I'm going to need to zoom much further in on that. Let's try this one first, yeah? So let's try... So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's 6 is here. So let's try 6, 1, 9, 4, 1, 4, 5, 5. No, so it's not that one. Well, let's try then 2. G is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So it's 7. So let's try 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 1, 5, 1, 2, 3. No, okay. It's not the number plates. Worth a try, because, you know, 6-digit code, 6-digit number plates. I'm sure those number plates are going to do something. Worth a go. There were only 2 number plates where the letters translate into digits quite so easily. Now, hopefully, whatever we find at the end of this wall here is going to be really useful for us, because if we do get immediately stuck again, I'm going to have to take back everything I said previously about, we're almost at the end of the stream and it's a shame because... okay, looks like we've got a couple of different paths we can take here. We've got a little garden and a little device. Let's explore a little more before we touch the strange teleporting device, potentially. Like, if I'm going to make a guess, I'm going to guess that this is the sphere that's blocking the secret tunnel behind Farley's place, and that device is going to teleport this sphere to somewhere else. And I'm not sure if we want to be standing on it when it does that. Let's explore around a little bit and see what else we can find. So we've got a little rock bridge here. That That's interesting. The wires are going off to the edge of the bubble. So what are those doing? The wires are going out of the bubble, but they don't teleport back in anywhere else, do they? Weird. Weird. Okay, what else do we have along this wall? It's giving us a different perspective of things that we can see around here. So here's where Farley had marked a kind of X marks the spot. And we're expecting another code, are we? How big a code? A 3-digit code, okay. Okay, not 252. Farley had the 15, right? Farley had the 15 on her projector, and the 15 became 406. Nice. Okay. We've got stuff to read. We've got Joseph for mayor. Who was our current mayor? I don't remember. Is this campaign HQ? Oh, this is going to take us... Oh, I thought maybe this was going to take us to the bottom of the tree. Oh, maybe this is going to take us to the bottom of the tree. This is the lower tower. Aha, right. Let's do some reading. Mr. Mayor, at your behest, here is the information pertaining to the Bleeder, its history and some of the engineering behind it. The Bleeder project was designed and built at the request of Mayor Sims to collect and dissipate the ever-increasing power in the entire ecosystem. Mayor Sims was reluctant to allow the system to come to fruition as he and others had become suspicious of Mayor Farley's death. Mayor Farley? Would that be Farley's... one of Farley's parents? But Farley... He believed that without knowing more precisely what would happen to the cell wall at fruition, it was ill-advised to allow it to possibly open, thus allowing what might be outside in and what might be inside out. The system has the capacity to throttle all 4 connected worlds. The idea, as you are well aware, is to suppress the ecosystem power and thus inhibit full maturity of the trees. It was postulated and since became apparent that this suppression will keep whatever unknown maturity process from happening and grant us direct control over tree fruition. That was page 1 of 2. Here's page 2 of 2. The rate of dissipation is sensed and regulated automatically. The power is collected through the Villain-engineered extruded cables that attach directly to the dome membrane. When the maximum power level is exceeded, the dissipation phase is triggered, creating an electrical charge followed by a discharge into the water. Through electrolysis, an amount of hydrogen and oxygen is generated. We capture some of these elements for our own use, but the great majority is released into our atmosphere. This gassing might be cause for concern were it not for the ecosystem's ability to filter and maintain our atmosphere at near ideal levels. Excess H&O content and pressure generated by this process is rebalanced quickly by the membrane. As you know, we discourage swimming when the bleeder is operational. Regards, C.W. Mayor Farley, Joseph for mayor. Mayors. What's BH and AH? Hunrath, before Hunrath and after Hunrath. We had John Farley, then Sims, then Caroline Farley, and then Joseph Peter Jansen. Interesting. Ah, more shortcuts being unlocked. Brilliant, brilliant. Yes, that's going to take us to the tree. That's going to take us down, possibly to the bottom of the thing. DCTD. More warning. Oh! May all your doors stay open. It's unclear who it's from or who it's to, but the mayor kept it on his desk. That's interesting, isn't it? We have a compass that does north, south, east, and O. And we have another compass here. Very odd. Very odd. I mean, why would you need a big old desk like this in such a place? Okay. Shall we have a little bit of a read? So we've got, this starts in 17125 and goes to 17143. So the events take place around about a month, and they are a couple hundred years after Joseph becomes mayor. Or maybe these are days, it's unclear. I mean, the dates are literally just a day number, so I think it's a number of days. So this will be a couple hundred days after he became mayor. Okay. Special Council, Session 2, discuss final approval of Varley's plan with regards to the imminent attack. Alright, we're straight into the attack. The full council vote was unanimous, and I gave my final approval. Preparations update. Varley says the tunnelling is almost complete. Them informs us that the Villains just completed their construction and have started testing. Special Council Session 12. No one attended. I will inquire as to the reason for their absence. It appears the council members feel like we're having too many meetings. Since the plan has been approved, perhaps we can reduce our meetings to every 2 days for now. While I was asking Cecil about his absence, I also inquired about securing the tower area. So yes, this is happening once per day. Fine. Special Council 13. Cecil will provide a new key code for the lower lock in the next few days. Cecil was concerned about any survivors not having access, so it was decided that we would conceal the code in Farley's house and give the residents the location as they were being chambered. I also had him change the upper tower access code. A clue to that code has been placed. A clue to that code has been placed under the direction of our first mayor. A clue to that code is... That is a weird phrase to put there. Let's take a screen grab of that clue. Okay. I have decided to bring some of the more important mayor's logs with me for chambering. Specifically, the internal Hunrath log and the logs that document the history of our conflict with the Mofang. Oh, the Mofang. Are the enemies? Are they the ones attacking? I would think we would have an extra chamber available for historic documents. Special Council 14, only them attended. Oh, Tham is a person. Sorry, I thought this was like a weird way he was saying them. He informed me that because of the dire circumstances, the others were either extremely busy or not inclined to have long discussion about the situation. I told him I would suspend the regular council sessions and we would simply meet as the need arose. The next day, I paid a visit to Farley today. I asked her to check on the availability of a chamber for the documents. I've spent the last few days collecting documents. I've divided them into 2 categories, chambered and vaulted. The vaulted are less important, but obviously worth making an effort to save. They can be moved into Farley's vault area. The vaulted category will also include any books that we've managed to collect through the years. With less than a week remaining before the chambering begins, the population is tense. We've had several town meetings to try and answer any questions. In the realities of the current situation make it difficult to assuage fears. Farley has informed me that there is one final confirmation from Shavar. If Farley doesn't hear from her by the end of 17141, that's like a week, 3 days time, then there is no turning back. There is an odd justice to Farley's plan in that whatever the Mofang send to kill us, will be returned back to them. Special Council 15, a special meeting was called to go over the plans for the final time. Farley had several instruction sheets to distribute, the Mofang weapons illustration, a list of all souls that will be used as a basis for the chambering manifest, and a thorough summary of the battle plans. These will be distributed as necessary. No word from Shavar. Farley tells me there will be at least one chamber available for historic documents. Any other extra chambers will be loaded with emergency provisions and medicines in case either Hunrath or Mare are completely destroyed. No word from Shavar. No word from Shavar. Death is on our doorstep. Curse the Mofang. I am leaving to be chambered. This journal will remain here to inform any future souls of what our last days were like. The clue to that code, right. We would consider, right. Cecil was concerned about any survivors not having access. This is for the lower lock. Well, let's worry about that clue in a minute. First of all, though, it is not doing a thing. So we do need to get down there, right? Because that is what's going to lead us to there to unlock this door. So we need to work out what was meant. Yeah. Tell you what though, Karl Hunrath, 10,000 days. 10,000 days. So that's like, what, 300 days a year. So you're looking at roughly 3 years is 1,000 days. So he was mayor for 30 years. And then we had John Farley was mayor for 9 years. Benjamin Sims, mayor for about another 9 years. Carolyn Farley was mayor for 30 days. And then Joseph Jansen was mayor 16975, and then he got chambered 17143. So it's 143 days plus 25. So basically 6 months. Carolyn Farley was 30 days, and then Joseph Jansen was about 6 months in the role. So what happened there? Why did Carolyn Farley only become mayor for 30 days when every other mayor previously had been in the role for you know, 3,000 days, like 9 years apiece. This is interesting. So that's going across here. Huh. Is this just after the same code? .406. It is, okay, it's just the same thing on both sides of that door. So let's reconsider this clue. Caesar was concerned about any survivors not having access. New key code for the lower lock in the next few days. Caesar was concerned about any survivors not having access, so it was decided that we would conceal the code in Farley's house, give the residents the location as they were being chambered. I also had him change the upper tower access code. Right. The clue to that code has been placed under the direction of our first mayor. Under the direction of our first mayor. Well, our first mayor was Luther Roscoe. Now, there is a graveyard over this way. Under the direction of our first mayor. Do we need to go and find Luther Roscoe's grave? And maybe there's a code there. Luther Roscoe. He's going to be one of the oldest graves for sure. That's Hunrath, Hartnell, John Farley, Carl Hunrath. More Hartnells. That's interesting. So where's Luther Roscoe? And what are these? Why are these like written on wooden boards? Don't really understand. There's Carl Hunrath. Is it going to be the gravestone that's knocked over? So that's John Hartnell. That's also Mary Hartnell. There's Luther Roscoe. When it says the code has been put under the direction, the clue to that code has been placed under the direction of our first mayor. What does that mean? Well, here's Luther Roscoe. Like, what direction is he facing? Is that a thing? It's a 6-digit code, is what we're looking for. It's a 6-digit code. So we found where he is. Let's go and consider the dates that he was mayor from. He was mayor from 500 before Hunrath to 0 BH. Right? So that's, oh, till 3 BH. So there was no mayor for three days, presumably between the two of them. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. I think we're going to need to let that sit, and we're going to need to let ourselves think about that one, because we are out of time for today's stream. However, some great progress made today after all. We spent the first part of the stream incredibly stuck, but we have managed to get it back later on. So thank you all very much for watching, and for those of you on YouTube watching this in the future, thank you very much. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I will see you guys very soon.